We had so much experience of this in Japan because all our students brought cameras and were constantly photographing things. And I had a camera and I was constantly photographing things, but I felt that so long as I had a camera with me, I was somehow distracted from actuality. Of course, it's great to come back and look at it in the form of photographs, but there's something about the photograph that is inferior to the actual experience. There is an immense fascination in photography, in painting, in reproducing. So the duplicity in all this is one school of religious people say, let it all go, don't be attached. Then there's the other school of thought, you see, quite opposite to this, which says, remember to remember, keep all the photographs. You know how in some houses, the piano, everything is completely covered with photographs and reminiscent. But on the other hand, what is life, you see, except there is a memory, except there is an echo? That you don't take, if you're a wise man, you don't take sides in this issue. And that is the meaning of the unity of samsara and nirvana. On the one hand, you let go of everything and you live in the eternal now, because that's all there is. See, memory is an illusion. So everything you know about that makes an impression on you is no longer there. That's the meaning of Maya. There is only the eternal now. There is only the present moment, because even what you're remembering is happening in the present. The memory is in the eternal now, isn't it? But on the other hand, what fun to drag it out and to make it echo and to get involved and to fall in love and to become attached. And so in the same way, when you find yourself becoming too attached to life, you correct that with the realization that there is nothing except the eternal now. Or you get involved, you get concerned about some enterprise, social, political, amorous, scholarly, artistic, whatever it is, you get involved. And the two always go together. Memory has caught you. And you think it's all really there, and you don't realize there's only the eternal now. And you need to know that in order not to get quite lost, because if you go out to any one end of the spectrum, you forget you're there. So you can't really non-exist. You'll always come back eventually. But if you get one extreme too much, you don't know you're there. The real you have to divest yourself of all hang-ups, you see, to discover the real you, and realize that there are no possessions, everything's falling away, all your memories are holding on to illusions. Then when you thoroughly understand that, you can go back in. So you've got a marvelous picture of the world as a sort of systole and diastole. Attachment and detachment, attachment and detachment. And this goes on forever and ever and ever, in not only our kind of time, but in many other kinds of time, and in all sorts of different kinds of spaces. But it's the same fundamental myth, recreated in another form. Now you may say this is pretty monotonous. This is a marvelous arrangement, because then it can start all over again without your knowing that it happened before. So you're never bored. And this is a cure for being tired of it. At least no problem of boredom, of remembering the past. But you won't know you've had any problems before. So that won't worry you until you begin to accumulate memories again. You've had these problems and it's becoming a bore dealing with problems, and then you get rid of yourself. It's called death. It's a beautiful arrangement, keeping everything young and new. And for keeping the universe running without getting tired of itself. You wouldn't know you were going to have anything happen tomorrow unless something had happened yesterday. You figure because the sun rose yesterday and yesterday and yesterday that it will arise again tomorrow. If you didn't remember it, there was going to be any tomorrow. Tomorrow is an illusion. So is yesterday. Simply isn't here. Where is it? Bring me tomorrow's newspaper. Now this is perfectly marvelous arrangement, you see. So that you may feel as you think these things over, that you are almost on the verge of going mad. And what gives you the sense of going mad is that you think you're not in control, and that it's all lost and someone else is going to take over. Or something else is going to take over. Well, of course it has to, because, like you say, when you've driven long enough, and so do you see that the nature of being is constructed in this extraordinarily fascinating way?